Happy Valentine's Day 2023, and welcome to Strengths Champion Solutions, where we help you grow stronger, work smarter, and lead wiser. I'm your host, Brent O'Bannon, and today I want to talk about what about love life and work life? Yes, I'm going to pull out today some of my pre-career job. That's probably not the best way to word that. I'm going to talk about my history as a professional counselor and a couples therapist and tie in with what I've learned and what I know and have experienced, not only through my work as a therapist in the past, but also my experience being married to my wife for 38 years, and also my experience in doing executive coaching, leadership coaching, teamwork, and training with organizations. And I'm going to talk about this topic of love life and work life. So if you're curious today about, is there a correlation? Is there some kind of interconnection? Is there something about our love life that affects our work life? Can our work life affect our love life? Well, one of the things that I've discovered for sure, and not only through research, but through life experience, these two areas of our life are probably the highest and most motivating areas for human beings. And that is, number one, how much love and how is the quality of our love life, number one. And very closely related is, what is the happiness level and quality level of our work life? Now, here's just a few quick observations that I'm going to make today. And I'm going to say, number one, that if you are grounded and there is a quality love relationship, when that need is being fulfilled and it's growing, then it will carry on into the workplace, because you will not only be engaged personally, but now when you get into the workplace, you will be encouraged, you will be motivated, you will be grounded, you will not be distracted from negative aspects of a love relationship, and you actually will be more engaged and more creative and able to have higher quality work relationships. Now, the inverse is also true. That is, if you have had an argument or you are feeling disconnected, if you're feeling bored, if you are not engaged in your love relationship, guess what? You will carry that disengagement and you will carry that sense of disconnection into the workplace. I can tell you, there's been many a day that I've had an argument with Rhonda the night before, the day of, and going into the workplace, oh my gosh, I just felt distracted. I wasn't as focused. I wasn't as creative. I was probably a little more frustrated in dealing with people. And the inverse is true, that if I felt on cloud nine with Rhonda, if I felt like, oh wow, we're communicating well, we're loving each other well, we're having open conversations, and we're feeling connected, then there was a sense of energy and enthusiasm that I could bring into the workplace. And so when I coach leaders and teams now and do training with organizations, I am very much about a wholehearted transformation. That means we're not only about making you a worker bee and helping you to be more productive, but we want you to be fulfilled and happy and have what I call outrageous love, captivating love. That is love that will set the world on fire for good. And by the way, if you are the type of person that is very happy and engaged in the workplace, guess what? You will have more energy and more ability to connect with your partner at home. So choosing a workplace that enables you to have positive energy and engagement will actually help you when you go home, not just in your romantic love relationship, but also with your children, your friends. But guess what? If you have a toxic manager, if you have a negative workplace culture, you will take that negativity and that frustration and that disengagement, and you will also bring it home. And I have seen how a toxic work life will absolutely bleed into the love life. So there is this interconnection that we have to learn is a part of our world. So first of all, since it is Valentine's Day, I'd like to talk just a moment about the 7 types of love relationships according to Robert Sternberg's theory and model of love, which is one of my favorite models that I use. And what he shared in his theory is that there are 3 major components of love, romantic love. Number 1 is commitment. That is your ability to follow through, to stay focused, whether you feel like it or not, to be long-term committed to an individual that you love. That is called commitment. It's what I call the fireplace. Then you have intimacy. Intimacy is the second component, which is really more about friendship. It's the ability to communicate back and forth, to have a sense of commonality and vulnerability with the person that you love. And intimacy is more about, if you think about it, in to me, you see. It's that ability to open up without fear and to take a risk of knowing your love partner and being known by your love partner. And the third area of a romantic love relationship is passion, which Sternberg definitely equates with sex. And so passion, sex is that up and down and excitement about attraction, that physical and even neural attraction that you have to your love partner. Now, based on these 3 components, you can have 1 or 2 or 3 at different levels, at different stages of your love relationship. So the first is what we call choice love, which is really love that's only committed. So these are people that are committed to each other, but there really is no intimacy. There really is no passion. But by gosh, we're never going to get a divorce. Then number 2, there is what we call common love. Common love is where you have a friendship with your partner, but the commitment and the sex passion is not there. So it's more like 2 buddies who love each other, but yet without the other components. Number 3 is what we call clandestine love. This is where there is typically only passion. So there's that physical sexual attraction, yet there really isn't the trust and the level of intimacy and the level of commitment. And this is where you see many affairs happen, by the way, in relationships, where there is a sense of passion, but not the other components of love. Then number 4 is what we call companionate love. This is when you have that sense of commitment and intimacy, but the passion is waning. So number 5 is what we call complacent love. This is where you have commitment and you have passion, but you do not have the emotional connection and intimacy. And then number 6 is what we call creative love. Creative love is when you have intimacy and you have passion. It can be very fun, but yet there's not the commitment. Again, this is typical of many affairs: intimacy, passion without commitment. But finally is what I love to love, and that I have been pursuing with my wife, Rhonda. Not that we're perfect and have it all the time. And that is what we call captivating love. This is where you have all 3. That is, you have the commitment, you have that high burning intimacy, and you have that passion. You have the fireplace, you have that wood that is the fuel, and you have the fire in the fireplace. That is what we call captivating love. And by the way, we absolutely use strengths in helping Rhonda and I to understand and navigate in creating captivating love. And I'm going to put a plug in here for one of my buddies, Alan Kelsey, and then also Jimmy Evans, in their book called Strengths-Based Marriage. So if you want to go further and learn about how to integrate your strengths in strengths-based marriage, this is a great primer to help you to do that. And I really don't do that many workshops or, marriage counseling or therapy anymore. But I do believe in a healthy love life. And I believe it also helps in our work life. So if you want to skyrocket into your love life, understand, by investing and spending time and energy learning, growing, and developing that part of your life, you absolutely are going to develop yourself as a leader, as an engaged contributor in the workplace. So, hey, if you want to connect more and have more of a conversation on this, then connect with me and get free resources at BrentO'Bannon.com/resources. So until next time, just continue to grow stronger, work smarter, and lead wiser. And happy Valentine's Day.